Hey everyone, welcome back with me, Mac. Today we're gonna finish our playthrough of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks with Johnny Cage, who is normally a versus mode character. However, we've used patch codes in order to make him playable in the main game campaign. We have a moveset swap code on, so that way, we were able to get through the Multalities and Brutalities. That otherwise we won't be able to, because Johnny Cage versus mode character does not have Multalities or Brutality, so it would soft lock the game essentially. If you're interested in any of these codes, they're in the description below, so don't bother me with comments, please. There's patch codes, GameShark codes. I put some links to videos that should have action replay codes. I put some character IDs numbers to help you there. There are videos to help you more in depth with that stuff, because I'm just kind of following a lot of the videos I've seen in the, that are listed in the description. Character ID codes. People that will maybe help you if you ask them the questions of like, hey, how do I do this, or I have issues with this, and it's a very giving community and stuff like that. Even though these are old videos and stuff like that, so if you have any questions about stuff, or maybe it's not working, well, click some of the videos down below. I forget what his name is, the Enox guy. That's where I got that stuff from. He's very helpful, so check out his channel if you want to see, how if you're having any issues with the character codes or need action replay codes, that guy should be able to help you with it. He knows what he's doing. I don't. I just list the codes and stuff like that. I got it from him. And like I said, character codes are also down below there. It might seem at first like it's in a different language, but that's not really important. You should be able to still tell. Like obviously they'll still list all the character names properly and stuff like that, and all the codes and stuff like that. Numbers are universal pretty much. So with all that big long explanation out of the way, thank you guys for joining me here. Like I said, this is the finale here. One thing you guys got to remember. So we're gonna get a powerful weapon so we can break the crystals that are located in this room. You can see it right there. Always, always, always do test your mights first before you go looking for that weapon, man, because it is going to be a pain in the ass to have to do test your mights with guys trying to, ram your ass while you have to throw the weapon, to the ground. Stupid stuff happens, trust me. Just do yourself a favor. Follow my example on this. I actually had to re-record this whole thing because I've been having a lot of issues with my mic, and I'm sure people who watch kind of regularly with this series, I mean, they probably have heard it in previous videos. I don't know what the hell. I'm trying. It seems good now, but for whatever reason, when I'm recording, a lot of times it doesn't register that I have my microphone plugged in. But then other times it does. I don't know what the fuck. But it's pretty frustrating. So yeah, we're re-recording this whole thing. So, but don't worry. I mean, I just usually ramble on anyway. So I mean, it's not like you guys are really missing anything from the previous recording here. But this is obviously, if you can't tell, what this arena is based off of. Well, it's clear as day you never played Mortal Kombat 2, of course. But obviously, this is based off of the armory. I think it would have been cool if they had the Deadpool branched off from this area. I kind of complained about it in my last video. The Deadpool's just kind of tacked on. It's just its own separate area, and it was cool. The way they recreated it was fucking awesome. There's no doubt about it. I don't know. I just wish it was more prominent in the story. Instead of just, hey, let's have you go through this area and get another power up immediately after the fact. You already got a power up from beating the previous boss and stuff like that. I guess they just didn't know what to do with it. And I guess if they even had it branch off of this, maybe it might ruin the atmosphere of the armory. But yeah, it's pretty cool they were at least able to still get all the everything referenced in this game from that era. With some even with some extras like MK3's. I think it was actually awesome in Mortal Kombat 3's Hell stage. Obviously being the Netherrealm, and then you had Goro's Lair was in MK2 as a special bonus stage, but then obviously you had the pit was attached to that, and that wasn't in Mortal Kombat 2. Technically the pit bottom if you want to be that guy, but they even have the frickin' Warrior Shrine from the first game. I feel like that was an underrated arena. Is it anything special when it comes to like death traps or anything like that? No, but still, I think it always just was a really awesome place to fight, especially in the first game, like with the night sky backdrop. It's always nice to see it referenced from time to time. That's something that kind of bothered me about MK9, is they didn't have the Warrior Shrine as a playable arena. And I get it, they had some bland stages at that time, but in the first game in comparison to what they would later come out with in the series, but honestly, I'd rather play in the Warrior Shrine than some of the new stages they come out with, and you know, some of the modern MK things. I don't think they have the same stuff going on. There's usually like maybe 1 or 2 good stages in every modern game. Where around, I feel like in this time, you know, the Mortal Kombat 2D era and the 3D era, I feel like they just almost every stage, you know, after the first game were all bangers, as they say, you know, the youth of today, you know. But it's also, I love how they incorporated the armory into this level, into the actual level objective here. I mean, that's such a cool idea. You're actually literally making your own weapon, so that way you can escape from this place and whatnot. Although I kind of wish, like, because in Mortal Kombat Deception, they established that they had, like, what the Shao Kahn guards looked like in that game. I actually like that design. I kind of wish they would have had those guys as, you know, the people you fight in this part of the level, instead of, like, the demon generals and stuff like that. I mean, I guess we didn't get to see them enough in the Evil Monastery level, but that being said, I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it would have been because it just makes it too obvious, I guess. I mean, once again, this is clearly the story of MK2. You would think anybody who plays this game would have already known that kind of stuff, but, you know, maybe not. Alright, we're gonna go for a fatality here. I feel like I haven't done as many fatalities as I usually do in this playthrough. And then once again, I think it's kind of cool, but like I don't know if it's intentional or not that like their head splits during the uppercut. Did I just somehow hit him with the force ball while he's behind me? That was actually pretty cool. But I don't know, this part of the level, all you gotta do is just gotta beat these guys. If you hit them with that, you know, thing that clanks together, you know, you get a red orb seeker, which is probably just some production art or something like that. Alright. On to the next area. By the way, who built this place? I mean, it's just not very well built. I mean, the stairs just... the stairs just not very well built. Can't imagine where it would even like end. But that place is a dump. Somebody should probably be paid to fix that. Wonder what it's like to be a janitor in our world. Then we got the test your might, because apparently this thing can't go unless if we break this solid piece of gold or brass or whatever the hell it is. So that way the thing can come in here. Cool down. Now there's a lot of people that join in and jump down from the area, but we're just gonna kind of take off because fuck them. It's actually interesting. This is this area. Once you have the weapon, you can access the hidden boss rush mode, and it was so weird to me. Like, why would they cut that out of this game? Because it's, I think the idea was that they wanted way more levels, like 12 or 15. There's 9 in the final game. So it's an unfinished mode, but like there's 9 levels is already enough, in my opinion, to not feel like a ripoff or incomplete or whatever the hell. So it's just so weird to me because like you can access the secret boss rush mode, but it's so weird. I don't even know how the fuck anybody ever discovered this shit. Like, people are fucking nuts. So how you do it is, I'm not gonna show it. I'm gonna do it at some point. I don't know. I'll figure out someone who I like playing as. Probably like a Sub-Zero or something like that. But yeah, what you have to do is you have to get that weapon we just had, and there's like some barrels you may have seen. We walked and passed a few times in that main area, you know, that you run around with all the spaces and the touch and mice stuff. You gotta break like a few barrels with this weapon. I think you have to do it with the like power hit move specifically. You have to like go around and you have to do these very specific barrels in a very specific order. And then once you break all the final barrel, you once again have to do another power hit in the same exact spot, and this green glow comes in and you access the unfinished, hidden, unused boss rush mode. And it's like, it's a pretty well put together mode. I mean, I've never really experienced too many glitches in that. So I don't really, once again, I can't understand why the hell they wouldn't have it included in some capacity. The only thing I can think, because there are some, you know, models you can access in this game of unused bosses and stuff like that. Like, I think it's like a wind god or something like that. Some like blue meditation healing Buddha chick or something like that. I don't know what the hell she is. You can't actually fight her. I don't think she has any moves or anything like that. But you know, you should check out some Epica. You know, some real Epica videos. You know, he's a YouTuber who has gone into some beta content for all the 3D era Mortal Kombat games. So Resident Evil Outbreak titles as well as a few other titles that I can't think of off the top of my head. You know, he did it in his free time, but very great stuff. You know, he just hacks into the games. And I don't know if he's really still making videos, but when he did, I mean, it was just beautiful content, showcasing a lot of things that went unused and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I just fantastic mode. I'm gonna play it someday and I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. I mean, there's plenty of videos that show you how to do it already on YouTube, so, but it is pretty hard as fucking hell, I'm not gonna lie. It's not too bad until you get to stage 7. If you face Kano, which coincidentally was what we're gonna do right after we kick all these guards' asses here. Or maybe they're gonna kick my ass. Very aggressive in this point in the game, I gotta say. But you know, like you face Kano, and it's not even necessarily Kano was so hard in himself, in and of itself, but you had to face a few of his you know, Black Dragon mercenary henchmen. And the combination of them is just so fucking annoying. Especially Kano has like a shit ton of unblockable moves. So I don't know, it's definitely tough with that. But then stage 9, you have to face 4 ninjas, which is Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Reptile, and Ermac, who is also his hidden boss. I'm not gonna face him with Johnny Cage, so I'm gonna face all the hidden bosses and stuff like that. This game is so fucking fantastic with the Easter eggs, man. Seriously, it rewards you for being a Mortal Kombat fan. I don't think there's ever going to be, like, even if they make a sequel to this game, they are not going to be able to pack it with as many Easter eggs and cool secrets and nods and all this other stuff. And I wouldn't want a remaster. I'd want, like, not necessarily a sequel, but just like a spiritual successor in a way, I guess. Well, I don't even think that's the right term, but, you know, just something where, like, a new set of characters, and I don't know, I just think if they did the story of like the first MK or the third MK, like I don't think they would be able to do it as well if they did it in this era. But I feel like we would get Fire and Ice and I'd be totally fine with that. But either way, what I'm trying to say is, you know, level 9 of boss rush mode, yeah, that shit is hard. Like you have to block, and you know, block for too long, your guard is gonna break and they're gonna annihilate your ass. But if you don't attack at the right opportunities, then they're gonna annihilate your ass. And all 4 characters, they are very aggressive. So it might have, honestly, it could have been you know, canceled and just put as a secret side mode, like super fucking secret side mode, just for the fact of it is really hard. Like that enemy AI is just not fair. It's not balanced in the slightest. But it is such an awesome and cool mode, and there's stages in that boss rush mode that you never see anywhere else. There's not any new enemies, but man, like it's sad, really, like that we don't see some of the stages. Like there's a dojo thing, there's the Wuxi Academy thing, arena. I think it was in Deadly Alliance, and I think it's even in MK1, like in the background of a stage or something like that. So I mean, that was pretty awesome. It sucks too though, because whenever you beat any of the bosses, like they kind of like die in like versus mode where it's like just a really long drawn out thing before they fall down. And the point of that, you know, they'll go, but the point of them doing that in like versus mode is because like that's where you hit your fatality on them. And man, it would be so cool if you could execute fatalities on those characters in that mode, but I don't think they allow you to do fatalities on anybody in that boss rush mode, so that's probably also another issue. Maybe they were gonna let you do fatalities on like Kano and Baraka and all those sort of guys and stuff like that. You know, Melina, Jade, Katana, stuff like that. So maybe they were gonna allow that, and maybe that was another reason why they didn't have it as an official mode, but I don't know. We can only speculate. We at least get to play as it, play in it, in this game and stuff like that. And you don't need GameShark codes. I gotta say though, Jax, this has definitely got to be his biggest appearance in any game, right? Look at how fucking huge he is. I feel bad for that dude's bones having to carry all that muscle. And I gotta say, I've said it before too, that is definitely the best Sonya design I've seen. I mean, she has the issue with her boobs have the same issue as every other like female character, in which they're like an electric field, in which they're like one's positive, one's negative, so they're kind of like trying to push away from each other and stuff like that. You know, kind of like the batteries and stuff like that. But man, such a very cute design, I think. Probably one of the best military designs of a female character in the series, because it's not like crazy revealing or anything like that, and like unlike in Armageddon and Deadly Alliance, her boobs don't look like fucking rocks and shit like that, and her face doesn't look like, you know, it got scraped up against the fucking sidewalk or something like that, or went through a power washer or something. But you know, I think they got her design pretty well in this game. I wish they would have like transferred her design in this game into Armageddon. Kind of like what they did with Reptile in this game. But I don't know, whatever. I mean, no big deal. But obviously we get some really crazy designs later on, and I don't know, like I don't think the military look when it's like revealing is disrespectful, but it's kind of goofy in my opinion. Like Cammy and Sonya and her MK9 outfit is pretty crazy. I mean, her second outfit is doesn't get enough credit, but you know, the whole military design one. I think her look in MK versus DC Universe is also pretty great. But enough gushing about a character that hasn't been on screen for about the last, you know, 5 minutes. Time to focus on the here and now. And I decided to face Kano this time, simply because I'm not entirely sure if I can beat these guys with Johnny Cage all in one go without that health bonus. Once you get past Shang Tsung, it's simple. All you gotta do is not get hit, which kind of sounds tough, but when you know their patterns, it's actually pretty simple. Although, fuck, I can't do anything against Sub-Zero Shang Tsung here, folks. But yeah, I don't know. People say they feel bad. I've heard some people feel bad for Kano because he got jumped by 3 dudes. He never stood a chance. Think about all the people he jumped and shit like that. I mean, he's a criminal. It's pretty much karma, and he got what he deserved. Plus, you'll see, like I said, level 7, a boss rush mode. You're going to see someday. Probably with, like, Sub-Zero, like I said. Man. It is such a pain in the ass. God damn it. It's like damn, he's just fast enough to where, like, in between moves I can't do anything. But Reptile is the easy one, but I mocked onto his ass, but, like, I don't know, like, maybe he's just not fucking, I literally am holding the L2 button to lock onto this asshole, it's just not working. So I just kind of fucking, I don't know if I'm the one who necessarily blew you know, reptile thing, because that's when you really want to let loose on, because all he does as reptile is just kind of disappear in a new area, whereas you do combos on these guys for too long, guys, Sub-Zero, Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung, you know, they'll just outright attack you. So the game punishes you for kicking their asses. Which, I don't know, I guess it's kind of smart. But holy shit, my health is low. But I don't give a shit. I'm not getting that health upgrade. No matter what. I don't even know what the hell he even does to hurt me. Like, he just kind of raises some fire. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit, we're in danger. God damn it. And he transformed too. I'm actually pretty lucky I didn't get hit by that. I probably would be like one hit away from death if he hit me with that in-air spin kick. But I mean, the reason I never use that in-air spin kick is for is the same reason you just seen. You can't fucking hit anybody with it, so there's no point in using it. Revenge for Liu Kang. Alright, 1 down, 2 to go. And I should have just a regular health upgrade as well, just for being Shang Tsung. Oh, I don't see it in the background. This might be bad. I also think it's cool, in Reptile's playthrough, I didn't face Kano or anything like that, so because of that, like, it's actually cool how the stage changes based off of if you saved Sonya and killed Kano and stuff like that. So, like, for example, they're not there in the chains anymore, whereas if you don't save them, they are in the chains. And I think Sonya's hair is down as well, because I think, for whatever reason, I think they gave her, like, her Deadly Alliance hat again. Maybe they just literally directly took the model for the background element of this stage and put it in there instead of using the actual character models to save on resources or something like that. I don't know. Boy, we got Kentaro now to contend with. Actually, like Goro's boss fight a lot better just because it has that like little transition. But I feel like over... What the fuck? You can even see him glowing, signifying the fact that I am locked onto him. And still, I'm throwing the fucking goo balls in, you know, different directions. Like, what the hell? Alright, I kind of don't want to stand and just, like, away from him and... Yeah, I don't want to stand away from him and, cheese the fight. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do, but I think I can get through him. Of course, you know, I was running, but, you know, far be it from me to call the game a liar. I should have rolled right through him. What? What? Come on. Yeah, pretty much you don't want him to jump, because if he jumps, you can't really, you don't know where he's going. I usually like to go where I seen him jump before, and he usually doesn't come in range for that, but I don't know. Fuck me, I guess, you know. What the hell? Why didn't I go through him? It's a fireball. I'm gonna need this shit. I think this one's a medium health. That's it? What the fuck? It doesn't feel like a medium health, I can tell you that much. Also, it's so weird to me. Shao Kahn's not in his chair for this fight, and I don't really understand that. I'm assuming it's maybe just like a glitch or something like that. Or they like an accidental thing, like they were supposed to have him in the chair, but they thought it was the time for him to fight or something. I don't know. Because look, he's in. You can see him in the fatality. Yeah, see him there. Split second, but like I was just kind of contently watching me tear apart as champion. Kentaro, though, I mean, like the fatalities against the boss characters in this game have been pretty shitty. But they went all out with Kentaro. It's awesome. But like, I don't understand like why they did such a shitty job with the boss fatalities in this game when you think about it. Like Reptile, kind of just break his jaw and then break his neck. Jade, you know, is okay. You know, I like the utilization of Melina's size, but still not very good. Like, there's not much dismemberment for some reason. Baraka, you know, he blew up into multiple pieces. That was a pretty decent one. Alright, time for the big boy, but as per rules of Mortal Kombat, Kung Lao has to do something stupid that will get himself killed. Usually in a painful way. In 3, 2, 1. Alright, well, it was nice knowing you, Kung Lao. Our friends! You can't win because our friends are here to help us. They actually, without even doing anything but showing up, they actually saved Kung Lao. I don't know, the real reason is this is still like a midway game, not NetherRealm Studios, so that's my bad, you know. Kung Lao was actually still a character at this point instead of a, how are we gonna make Liu Kang, you know, angry plot device. Oh, fuck you. Did I at least stub your toe with that one? Speaking of which, I gotta say, like, this is probably my favorite my favorite Shao Kahn design. But I don't know, I've already mentioned this game already has like a lot of my favorite designs for the characters. So they're so simple, yet the detail added to the MK2 models and stuff like that is just so fantastic. Plus, man, the freaking Shao Kahn, like, I get it, it's supposed to be like I believe it's like a reference to like Roman emperors and stuff like that, but like, oh man, the fucking sandals, dude, really? Just so nasty. Like, I don't care if you like can fucking kick my ass without even touching me, which you anybody probably could. I mean, even a child probably could, but god damn, man, like, a man wearing sandals like that is just not intimidating. I'm sorry. I don't care if Paul Orndorff, you know, kicked Vader's ass wearing flip-flops, man. It negates the effects of the toughness. Like I said, I mean, all you have to do for this boss fight is just keep your distance and keep your energy bar filled for this part in particular. You get hit with this, you're done. Especially since most of the time I always get hit in the fucking corner, so you know, he always blocks that first fucking hit. I mean, he shouldn't have hit me there, but I don't know, I have to wonder, is that really his face, or did we just really fuck his face up that bad? Like, and there's just pieces of like the helmet in his face and stuff like that. I don't know, but if he survives this, he's gonna need some plastic surgery. Which, all joking aside, though, I do feel bad that for people who feel the need to have that kind of stuff, you know, whether it's boob or butt jobs, or god damn, he still isn't taking that, boobs or butt jobs, or you know, face, you know, things, fillers, Botox. It really says something as a society. It's not the worst thing in society, but it's just so sad. You know, especially in my opinion, I think a lot of people agree, it doesn't even make you look prettier, it just makes you look worse. But obviously it makes people money. So, you know, of course you could have gone to medical school to actually help people, but I don't know, then again, I mean, I do feel bad, you know, for women in particular with that particular issue, because, you know, to feel that you're not pretty enough that you have to, you know, kind of go under the knife like that, you know, I really do feel bad for them in that sense. As a man, I don't really care. I mean, I'm an ugly motherfucker. For your own protection, I'm not going to show you guys my face. It's a public service, but once again, I really do feel bad for anybody who has so little self-esteem to do that to yourself. And I'm a motherfucker with low self-esteem, so that's saying something. But with that, we have completed Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. There's Johnny Cage. See, what a guy, letting Liu Kang have the glory with his best friend Kung Lao.
What now, Master?
after he's the one who defeated Shao Kahn. And people call him an egotistical, you know, an egomaniac, that Johnny Cage. He's a good egg. He's a good egg.
And you have freed the spirits of your ancestors from their inability to lay their
I wish this
lives
game, like,
down
I don't even
for
really
another
want to
and
remaster this game, or even, it doesn't even have to be in HD. They just need to release the freaking 3D era on modern consoles, man.
Thank you.
Like, what do they even have to lose with that? Like, Nintendo's not the only company that's not selling us, you know, games that everybody wants to play. I mean, what would they have to lose? It's just literally them making money. I don't know. Maybe it's some sort of midway licensing issues. They love to throw out the arcade things, though, so I don't know about that. But
What's wrong with this picture?
what are you gonna do? I guess.
Somebody mentioned.
Same thing with Outbreak.
really free my ancestors.
Well, although that would be pretty badass if you could do the online officially again.
This was the reason you were allowed
Although,
to
as much as I love Outbreak, Resident Evil Outbreak, I mean, even I'm a little iffy on that, you know, if it would actually do well. But that's going to be it for the most part on this video, guys. So once again, if you want to find any of the codes for how to make this stuff work, check the description. But if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to do a new game next, you know, Friday for Fighting Friday. Haven't figured it out yet. I don't know what I like to play at this point, you know, after these videos. But you'll check it out next week, I hope. Thank you so much for watching. But above all else, please remember to have a nice day.
Too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.